Imagine a city where you never need a car, where homes, markets, and cafes crowd together on streets mapped centuries before engines existed. That is everyday life in Belgium, built on blocks of 100 meters, designed for people, not traffic. Meanwhile, American cities raced to engineer highways and sprawl, reshaping daily life, sometimes with lasting costs. How did such opposite worlds emerge from planning, not just culture? The roots run deeper than you think. Centuries before the first car engine, Belgian cities took shape around the rhythms of foot traffic and horse carts. In places like Bruges and Ghent, streets fan out from ancient gates toward bustling market squares, their patterns unchanged since the 13th and 14th centuries. Blocks measure just 100 to 200 meters across, creating a dense mesh where homes, bakeries, and workshops stand side by side. This tight geometry means a 5-minute walk can cross entire neighborhoods, connecting daily life to public squares and canals. Preservation has been more than a slogan. It is policy. After World War II, city leaders chose to repair and protect these medieval grids, rather than replace them with wide roads or modern towers. The result is a landscape where every corner feels lived in, and the original layout still guides movement, commerce, and community. Here, walkability is not a trend, it is a centuries-old inheritance. In the United States, urban growth took a sharp turn in the mid-20th century. The Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956 committed federal dollars to build 41,000 miles of interstate highways, reshaping cities and suburbs in the process. Highways cut through downtowns and opened up farmland for rapid development, making car travel a necessity. At the same time, the 1926 Supreme Court ruling, Euclid versus Ambler, gave legal backing to single-family zoning. This allowed cities to separate homes from shops, schools, and offices by law, locking in low-density development patterns. The combination of massive road funding and zoning restrictions made sprawling subdivisions and strip malls the default. Unlike Belgium's preservation of dense, mixed-use blocks, American policy choices favored speed and separation. These statutes did not just influence city design, they determined how Americans would live, commute, and connect for generations. Tram lines thread through Belgian cities like a second street grid, running every 5 to 10 minutes even outside rush hour. Stops are tucked within walking distance of most homes, so nearly everyone can reach a platform in a few minutes. The network's reach is no accident. Public investment has kept trams operating on routes that date back over a century, with modern upgrades but familiar rhythms. Operators describe a system where service is reliable enough to be a daily habit rather than a backup plan. "You do not check the schedule," says one Brussels tram driver. "You just go. There is always one coming." This frequency and coverage make the tram more than a transit option. It is the backbone of daily life, connecting neighborhoods, jobs, and markets without the need for a car. The street geometry, with its narrow blocks and direct lines, means that walking and riding fit seamlessly together, setting the stage for bigger changes to come. On a single weekend in April 2017, Ghent's city center transformed overnight. Municipal teams reversed the direction of traffic on 80 streets, installed over 2,500 new signs, and closed 14 key routes to most cars. License plate cameras began recording vehicles that tried to cut through the core, redirecting drivers to the ring road circling the city. The official overseeing the rollout, Philippe Wattieu, described the operation as a logistical marathon, but the results were immediate. Streets once jammed with cars emptied, making space for cyclists and pedestrians. Within a year, cycling's share of trips jumped from 22% to 34%. Air quality improved, noise dropped, and shops reported more foot traffic, not less. Enforcement technology kept the plan running smoothly, while new bike lanes and wider sidewalks invited people to linger. Ghent's circulation plan didn't just slow traffic, it rewrote the rules of movement, proving that urban space could be reclaimed by policy, not just by design. National law ties rent increases to inflation, capping sudden hikes and keeping housing affordable for a broad range of residents. More than 10% of all homes are social housing, offered at below-market rates and managed to ensure stability in mixed-income neighborhoods. Eviction rates hover around 1 to 2% per year, far lower than in many U.S. cities. A tenant advocate in Brussels puts it simply: if you follow the rules, you do not have to fear losing your home. These legal safeguards keep communities intact, allowing neighbors to stay put even as cities change around them. Belgian streets buffer heat and storms with design choices rooted in centuries-old patterns. Narrow lanes lined with stone buildings and dense rows of trees create deep shade, keeping summer temperatures far lower than on exposed asphalt in sprawling suburbs. During the 2022 heat wave, shaded streets in Leuven peaked at 32 degrees Celsius, while a Phoenix parking lot reached 45 degrees Celsius. These compact, shaded corridors make walking and cycling comfortable even at the height of summer. Urban life is a choice, not an accident, as cities rethink climate, housing, and mobility. Belgium's model isn't just history. It's a question for every city's future. What would you choose?